It's Sherman, focusing again on 7 habits of highly effective people. This is number 2, the second habit, which is to begin with an end in mind. Now, when you first start out in the career, you might not necessarily know exactly where you want to take your practice, whether you're going to have a focus more on the risk management side, a focus on the investment side, you're going to work in a specific niche market, you don't know if you're going to have a partner or a succession plan. However, it does behoove you to be able to establish a dream of where you really want to go from an exit standpoint when you decide to start this business. As a financial advisor, you really are self-employed. You really are an entrepreneur. You work for yourself, but not by yourself. Hopefully your broker-dealer, your field leadership can provide value and help you progress as you develop your business. So one thing that I'd really focus in on the year, oftentimes for me, a year plan for a lot of advisors, it's very beneficial to do. However, you need to be able to monitor that really on a weekly basis, because it seems like you end up running that fourth quarter the most all in, the most pressure to be able to hit certain goals. And so in order to put that same kind of pressure and run and desire, you want to pull that back and maybe only focus on what you're going to do for the next month. I know I've been carrying around note cards that all I put down there is body, soul, mind, family, and significant other, in this case my wife, and what I want to focus on for the month of October. Just one vital thing in each of those categories. When you think about how you want to go about accomplishing your goals, you want to be able to definitely begin with the end in mind. Set the goal of where you want to go business-wise for the year. And then look at the month. What are you going to do for the month? And then each Saturday or Sunday, project out, if everything goes well from Monday to Friday this upcoming week, what will get accomplished? What business will I write? What appointments will I be keeping? What presentations will I be giving? And you really want to plan that out for the week and then execute that week. And I find that when you break it down into that bite-sized piece of just focusing on that week and that month, you eventually put a lot more pressure on yourself to focus on that month and really hitting it hard. The other thing that I would definitely challenge you on as you begin with an end in mind is to recognize how you like to accomplish goals. If you're one of those people that says, you know what, I'm going to go for 3 appointments a day, and in reality you want to go for 4, but you feel good about basically sandbagging that number and overachieving it, that's the way you want to set your goals. At the same time, recognize that with your end in mind, make sure that it is meaningful to you, make sure that it pushes you, because if you're like, oh, well, I can get by on 2 appointments a day, then what's going to happen is more likely than not, you're going to get by on 2 appointments a day. So really focus in on having goals, not only from an activity standpoint, but also then from a result standpoint that you really feel attached to, almost like, hey, at the end of the month, this has to happen or I'm going to feel like it wasn't a successful month. At the same time, the nice thing about working on a month-by-month basis is you can then recalibrate what you want to do for the following month. The last thing after you begin with the end in mind, the second habit is to make sure that you do have opportunities to monitor it, to readjust it. And oftentimes, if the goal is audacious and it's out there and it's struggling for you, maybe that's really motivating, and maybe you just need to adjust that timeline. Have a fantastic day, everybody.